So did y'all see, we've known that Tika Sumpter has been pregnant for a while now, but recently she appeared on the cover of Fit Pregnancy. And she said the reason that she didn't make an announcement, she just showed up, is because she didn't want people questioning her about her baby daddy. She didn't want to have to feel those questions. So we had a little debate about this, about whether or not this mindset and then this ideology and then appearing on the magazine really work. So what do you guys think about her decision to keep the pregnancy private and then appear on the magazine and then not wanting to answer those type of questions?
It's funny to me because I completely get what she was saying, but when I look at my reaction, like when whoever said Tika Sumpter was pregnant, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know she was in a relationship. That's nice. And I have not thought about her since then.
Yeah.
When I saw the cover, it just invited all these other questions that I didn't even have initially about that, because I felt like the details she gave lend credence to the concerns people typically have when you are an unwed pregnant woman in a semi-new relationship with no other level of commitment and an unplanned pregnancy. So it's like when the details came of like, oh, we've been together a year and a half, and my mom was like, are we gonna get married? And a ring doesn't define me. Like, we've heard so many people say those things, and then they really did want a ring, and they really whatever, that all of a sudden now I'm like, well, who is this man? Why isn't he around? Why is he? And I don't care enough to like, to judge her about it.
Right.
It just, all of a sudden I'm thinking about it. So in my mind, it's almost like it did more harm than good to even say those things.
She has to do a Kerry Washington. Either we're going to be pregnant and we're going to talk about solely the pregnancy, and that's it. Like, oh, my cravings. Oh,
This is what I'm doing to stay fit.
Right. This is what, my doctor recommended me. This is what my nutrition said to me. Like, just keep it about the pregnancy. I think when you sometimes let those things slip, like, it's kind of like those people who are like, oh my God, today was the worst day ever on social media. And then people are like, oh my God, well, I hope you have a great day. What happened? And then it's like, everybody trying to be in my business, but I'm going to pray for my haters. Like, it just kind of.
That's literally what she said.
It spirals out of control. Like, so I think maybe next time her PR people just have to be like, hey, just keep it about the baby. That's it,
I just feel kind of sorry for her because I was surprised at how negative the reaction was to all of it. Like when she finally did the Fit Pregnancy thing, and when I thought about it, I was just like, it's kind of interesting because it feels like there are conditions to how we celebrate with people or how we mourn with people. It's like we can't be like, somebody dies, we can't just be like, I'm so sorry for your loss without having to know how they died. If somebody's pregnant, we can't be like, congratulations, so happy for you, without needing to know, but who the baby daddy? When y'all getting married? Why aren't y'all married? And what are you gonna do if shit falls apart? Like, it's just kind of sad to me because it's like, so I could understand why she felt like in the beginning, this is your first pregnancy, you're very happy about it. You're like, I just don't want to deal with that. Like, she knows the reality of whatever's going on. Maybe she shouldn't have said it in the interview. But I understand where she was coming from. Like, I just don't want to do it.
And I'm like, if you don't want to acknowledge it, that's fine. But I just don't understand why bring it up to not acknowledge it.
Yeah.
It's just like wanting to keep some things private, but then wanting to share something, and then being mad when people ask questions about the other thing. Like, that to me was what was weird about it. I'm just like, you know people are gonna have these questions. Not even on some like people who are asking like the marriage stuff, like that's just petty. Like she obviously feels comfortable with who she is and what her decisions that she's made, and so you should be okay with it, whatever. But I do think when you talk about one thing and the other thing and not the first thing, it's a little, people are gonna be like, okay, what's up? What do you think about Tika Sumpter's situation? Did you feel like she shared too much, kept too much back? How would you have handled the situation if you were in the same predicament? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.